In a developing story, Godwin Emefiele has been able to secure an order through the court stating that he should be allowed to see his family and children, and he should also be allowed to be represented by his lawyer. Before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Exclusive: EFCC chairman Bawa and Malami told me to redesign 200 naira, 500 naira and 1000 naira because of Bola Tinubu Emefiele Alleges. On Wednesday evening, reports emerged that Abdulrashid Bawa, the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), had been summoned by the Department of State Services (DSS) for questioning. These developments came after Godwin Emefiele, the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), implicated Bawa in the Naira redesign scam that shook the nation a few months ago. Sources indicate that Emefiele, currently detained by the DSS, played a significant role in the detention of Bawa. Both individuals are being interrogated by the secret police regarding various matters, including their alleged involvement in the Naira redesign scam. The controversy surrounding the Naira redesign began on November 23, 2022, when President Muhammadu Buhari and Emefiele introduced new Naira notes of 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira denominations. Emefiele maintains that the old notes would no longer be considered legal tender starting from January 31st, 2023. Emefiele's decision faced severe backlash as it resulted in hardships for Nigerians due to the scarcity of the new currency. The CBN struggled to meet the demand for the redesigned notes, leading to cash shortages and long queues at banks and ATMs across the country. The policy was widely criticized, with some speculating that it was a deliberate attempt to hinder Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of a ruling All Progressive Congress, from winning the 2023 election. According to insiders, Emefiele, currently in DSS custody, claims that it was Bawa who had raised a memo to President Buhari requesting the Naira redesign to combat money laundering during the election. However, Bawa allegedly confronted Emefiele, accusing him and the former Attorney General of Efcc, Malami, of pressuring him to draft the memo due to suspicions that Tinubu possessed large sums of Naira notes stored in warehouses. In response to the unfolding events, President Tinubu suspended Bawa indefinitely to allow for a thorough investigation into his alleged misconduct while in office. The decision to suspend Bawa was announced in a statement by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi. It is worth noting that this is not the first time Emefiele has faced legal trouble. In February, The DSS attempted to arrest him on charges of terrorism, financing, and fraud. However, he was shielded by Chief of Defense Staff General Loki Rabo, who deployed soldiers to protect Emefiele's residence and office. Furthermore, court documents obtained by the DSS earlier this year indicated that Emefiele had allegedly funded unknown gunmen operating in the southeast region of a country using resources intended for his failed presidential campaign in 2022, as well as diverted public funds. The ongoing saga involving the DSS, Emefiele, and Bawa is centered around the Naira redesign scam that rocked Nigeria. While Emefiele points fingers at Bawa's involvement in drafting the memo, Bawa accuses Emefiele and Malami of pressuring him to do so. As investigations continue, Nigerians eagerly await the outcome and hope for a resolution that upholds justice and accountability in the nation's financial sector. You all, let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you make of this? What do you think? Do you think it is actually, but it is actually Emefiele, Whoop, and Malami who pressured Bawa to draft that memo and send to Buhari? But even if it's true, anyway, I feel probably because it's the youngest out of these three. Remember that this guy, this Bawa, Abdul Rashid Bawa, is not even up to 40. So he's young, probably gullible. He did not know that they were trying to rope him when they asked him to write the memo, so that, when they are blaming anyone, they will shift the blame on him and say he was the one who wrote the memo to send to Buhari, for Buhari to be able to take that step. But I'm like, hey God, the atrocities that this guy, Godwin Emefiele, has committed is just so outrageous, because which means there are a lot of people, a lot of all these wealthy people are benefiting from arbitrage. They have been benefiting from the multiple naira exchange rates that we have in the country. Imagine that, scam of the highest order, which means all this while, it's not as if Godwin Emefiele did not know what to do to increase the value of the currency. Of course he knew, but because he's benefiting from the multiple exchange rates, he felt, why do anything about it? That is why we've had the naira depreciate and depreciate and depreciate all this while, and nothing was done about it, because he was busy racking dollars. He was busy profiting from it. He will give wealthy people money to do arbitrage, and then they will pay back the profits to him. They will give him his own cut. They will send it to his account. Imagine. You all, let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.